Alright guys, I just want to make a quick video tonight. I wasn't planning on making a video, but I noticed something interesting, something we've been talking about for the last at least month, how Bitcoin would eventually kind of fizzle out a bit, and how Solana is going to probably fizzle out a little bit as it's already had its pump. I mean, it went up from $10 to $120, and it's kind of going to fizzle out a little bit, and other coins like Cardano are going to start to lead the way. And I was kind of surprised, and I noticed that Cardano's at 62 cents right now, even with Bitcoin pulling back, and most of your other altcoins pulling back, although XRP is still at 56 cents. Let's go down the list. Cardano, I mean, 62 cents, so up 5% today, while a lot of the market is down. A lot of other coins are down 6 or 7%, and VeChain's still at 4.5 cents, although it is down 5%. So things are kind of lining up, and this kind of goes back to what I was talking about on previous videos and about trying not to make the mistakes I made last bull market. And I can tell you guys, I made a lot of mistakes. And one of my biggest mistakes was coins like Solana. You know, like say a coin like Solana, I would totally miss out on it. It would 10x while my coin, for example, let's say it was Cardano. While Cardano isn't doing all that much, and what I'll do is, when a coin like Solana does a 10x, I'll take all of my money out of Cardano because Cardano hasn't done anything, and I'll put it in Solana. And then what happens? Then Solana basically stays stagnant for the next 6 months, maybe even most of the bear market, and then Cardano starts pumping. So the one thing you have to understand about these markets is the coins don't all pump at the same time. Solana, venture capital backed, a big pump and dumper. Congratulations to people who made a lot of money on Solana, but I've been saying I don't think Solana has much more to go as far as ROI. Yeah, it might go back to $250 or something like that, but that's only like a double from where it is right now. The big money in Solana has already been made, but coins like Cardano, they have not pumped all that much. Cardano is essentially only a little bit over 2x from where it was at its low. So now you're starting to see Cardano and coins like VeChain, they're starting to outperform coins like Solana. And this just goes back to what I was saying about how you don't want to chase. And you're also seeing, like, there's so many articles right now about Cardano. And I even saw that Altcoin Daily just made an entire video about Cardano. But here's an article I found right here. Cardano tops dev activity in February, leaving DOT behind. So basically a lot of articles are talking about how Cardano, there's so much interest in Cardano right now. The TVL is up, the activity is up, and that's what you want to see. But if you notice, people are kind of like shifting. They were talking about Solana, and now they're talking about Cardano, which makes me think, is Cardano going to be the next coin that does a 10x? And Altcoin Daily came out with a video, and they devoted the whole video to Cardano. So they're not really talking about Solana anymore. That ship has sailed. Now they're talking about Cardano.
Yeah, I do just want to get your thoughts about the recent run-up that we've seen in Bitcoin. I think last time I checked, we're around 52,000, a far cry from 69, but looks like we're headed in that direction.
Bitcoin's rise to $52,000 has been driven by strong U.S. demand. And even though we've dipped today, many are speculating that 69,000 is next. And it's usually after Bitcoin surpasses its all-time highs, 69K. That's when altcoin season typically begins.
So I think what has typically happened is, as you see a swelling in Bitcoin, the grandfather of cryptos, it sort of spills over into the other assets. And so just what happens is you're making profits in Bitcoin, you start to redeploy them into riskier assets. And some of those assets are really not that risky relative to Bitcoin. As an example, Ethereum and Solana are probably now in that big boys club.
So both Ethereum and Solana, two quality projects, have sort of separated themselves from the pack, at least by seeping into the mainstream people are recognizing. But what about Cardano? Founder of the project, Charles Hoskinson, makes the case that ADA is about to have the best year in crypto yet.
And this is going to be by far our most productive year as a project. Every single entity is firing on all cylinders. We're learning and growing together. So thank you for that. And the rest of the space, well, you can just watch us as we continue to succeed.
And really how this started is about 2 days ago, Masari, an analytics research platform, put out the state of Cardano, what happened in Q4 2023, and the growth, even compared to other cryptos, the growth was undeniable.
Anyway, you guys can watch the video, but are you starting to see how like 2 months ago it was Solana, that's all people talked about, and now you can see people are pivoting to coins like Cardano. So of course that's why we always talk about on this channel not the chase. So we're going to monitor this situation. I think Cardano could be back up to 70 cents by next week. Of course it depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin really needs to just kind of hang out between 51,000 and 52,000. If we get like a big dump in Bitcoin, obviously all your altcoins are going to dump. But if Bitcoin just kind of hangs out right here, I think you're going to see certain altcoins that have not pumped that much yet. And I don't think one of those altcoins is going to be Solana. I mean, you never know with Solana. Maybe it does have another big pump and goes up to 150. But I think we're going to see more so coins like Cardano and VeChain, maybe even Theta, start to pump and start to catch up. Very exciting stuff. That's kind of why I made a video tonight. You just feel the energy with Cardano. You feel like big YouTubers now are starting to talk about it. I saw even BitBoy made a Cardano video a couple of days ago, and it just kind of, it brings in that pump. I think eventually Cardano is going to get right back to over $1, and then it's probably going to settle and just kind of hang out there for a little bit, and then maybe a few months after the halvening, maybe 6 months after the halvening, it makes its next pump to $2, $3, $4, and that's of course when we're going to be getting out. But very interesting stuff coming from Cardano. You're seeing the YouTubers talking about it. You're seeing the big money talking about it. And I think Cardano is going to be doing extremely well as a lot of other coins like VeChain and Theta and a bunch of other ones over the next couple months. And you're seeing that right now. Bitcoin pulling back, most altcoins, or a lot of altcoins down, Solana kind of taking a breather. I mean, really, ever since Solana got to $120, that really was at least the short-term top for Solana. I mean, it did a 10x. You made a lot of money on it, but now it's time for other coins to start pumping, and you're starting to see the big money they're starting to get into Cardano and talking about it. All right, guys, like and subscribe.